guys, gingle87 here, and welcome back to the second part of the 500 subscriber special. Thanks for joining me, and I am here as promised for the first honorable mention in, you guessed it, my very first world. This was back in 1.6.4, I believe, when I started playing Minecraft, and this was my first world. This right here, just going to show you here, this, and fair warning, this is not that great. I just include it as an honorable mention because it's a countdown about my best builds, and this one is definitely my worst, but it's my first, so, you know, it works. Right over here, right on top of that hill, that's where I spawn in this world. So I decided to build a tunnel that goes underneath here and just goes way down that way. Yeah, let's take it, why not? Just goes way down this way. We're in creative, we can fly a little bit faster hopefully. And I built the tunnel from spawn down to my actual house. I did that because this was, as I mentioned, my very first time ever playing Minecraft. And, oh, I think I took a wrong turn. Oh yeah, so it branches off at one point. So that, we'll go there in just a second. Let me see, I missed my turn. Here it is. So my very first time in Minecraft, I had no idea what I was doing, and these mobs that came out at night, they just terrified me. I mean, like, I couldn't do anything to avoid them. I would getting killed by creepers and zombies all the time, so I said, you know what? I'm going to build a tunnel so that every time I travel from spawn, every time I die, I have at least safe passage to get back here to my house. Right over here, there's like an exit door, so you can go out and do whatever from the tunnel, and then inside here is my house. Nothing too crazy, right? Very simple. Let's see what I had in my chest. Not much. Yeah, that was, whoops, no, I'm in creative here. There we go, I'm showing my inventory. That was my inventory, I guess the last time I logged onto this world, years ago. And let's take a look at the outside. So there's the tunnel as it goes along, just ridiculous, ugly monstrosity. But, you know, it works. It was functional. Here's my house. Pretty cool, right? Or not? Yeah, I know, it's terrible. But it's my first, so it has a little bit of nostalgia. I put these snow golems on top here because I wanted some sort of mob protection, some kind of natural mob protection. And it actually worked. Like, they would shoot snowballs at zombies and creepers and such when they came by. A couple times the creepers would find a way up here, like, I don't know exactly how, like, they'd come up along the side here, I guess, and then they'd be up here, and then they'd blow up, and I wouldn't have a roof. And some of these guys would escape. As you can see, there's like a trail leading down there. There's one that went away. But yeah, that was my general idea. It was a thought. It worked all right, I guess. But I've done some exploring on this world. I just want to show you guys, though. Let me see. Let me go back to that intersection there. And down over here. Wait, let's see, how can I get in? Oh, I'll fix it later. I'm just going to pop in right here. There we go. Okay, so if you come along that intersection and you go off here and it leads down, this is kind of like my mining base of operations. So I also was very nervous about mining, so like if I had an area that I knew was safe, I would light it up, and then I'd put a door here so that mobs couldn't come in and just take over. So I had this little doorway right here. I know, I'm laying all my secrets out for you, just how horrible I was at Minecraft back in the day. Over here we've got more, you know, just different things, places to go. This right here is my nice little, I don't know, bachelor pad, I don't know what you would call it. Not really, it's just a fun little place to go, hang out, and get ready to go mining. So I've got some organization here, raw materials, precious metals, I had some decent stuff. And I've got that. Yeah, nothing too crazy. I got some water there, some things, and then the party room upstairs. So I've got a jukebox with CDs. Awesome. Do we have any? Yeah, we do have one in there. There we go. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And oh, so that it wouldn't be dark in here and I could see when it was day and when it was safe to come out, I made a glass ceiling that goes up to the top. So yeah, that's it. There's not really too much going on here. This was my very first ever build. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm just going to go out for a nice little aerial shot to finish off. Cool little entrance here though, right? It's like all concealed. Kind of like that. So yeah, there it is. There's my house off in the distance. This is it. I finally have shown it for the first time ever on YouTube, my very first world. I haven't touched this place in years, so it's kind of cool to come back, a little nostalgic. Pretty sweet. Alright, so stay tuned for the rest of this first part of my top 10 best builds. I'm going to give you a couple more honorable mentions here before we hit the actual top 10, so here they come. Alright, so for honorable mention number 2, we are here at my starter house in my single player world, my new single player world. So I wanted to do that one next so you could get just a little glimpse of like my current vanilla single player world compared with my last one, which was kind of ridiculous, right? This isn't anything amazing or anything, but it's a nice little ranch house. I kind of like the look and feel of it. Pretty cool. I got my farm over here. You guys, if you're watching my current single player series, you will recognize this for sure. Got a nice horse over there. So yeah, we've got the starter house inside, nothing too crazy. This little drop here, which I built because it was like a natural hole, I just kind of made it uniform and made a nice drop so that I could come down here into the tunnels beneath. I've got some exits over there. I've got another portal down this way and a little bunker so I can stay safe from all the mobs. Can't get me at night. So yeah, that's it. Pretty cool. Nothing too crazy here. Yeah, that's it. That's my starter house. So that is a brief honorable mention right there as well. On to the next one. Alright, our last honorable mention goes to a build from the Midrandia world, which is Season 2 of my modded series. You may remember this if you've watched that series before. Imagine you're, flying in your flying machine coming along this canyon here, right? And then all of a sudden you see, what is that? It's a village down there, but there's something very, very shiny. What in the world? And you think, oh, it looks like a runway. Let me land there. So you go ahead and land there. You have just landed on the Pop-Tart Rainbow Runway. So this is inspired by this block right here from the Futura block from the Chisel mod. Pop-Tart Rainbow block. Oh yeah. I wanted to make this thing so bright you could see it from outer space, and I think I succeeded. So yeah, this is one of my favorite builds. It's like a little bit smaller, so that's why it didn't quite make the top 10 cut, but I just loved it. It's just so cool. I love the design of it. I love the fact that it's super, super bright when it's nighttime. In fact, and I actually loved it so much that I called this village Pop-Tart Rainbow Village, just because. Let me actually make it night here, and we'll show you what it looks like at night. Alright, so here it is at night. You can kind of see. Yeah, this would be easy to find if you're, a plane looking for a place to land. Definitely shows up, that's for sure. Pop-Tart Rainbow Runway. Alright, so with that, let's go ahead and start the top 10. You guys ready for this? I know this guy is. Right? Right? Maybe? Alright, let's go. Alright, so to kick off the top 10, we are here in Mount Vale City to be exact. There's the skyscraper. You will recognize that if you've seen Season 1 of my SMP series. So that's where we are right now. But that's not what we're going to be talking about. That is not number 10 on the list. It may show up later on the list though, so stay tuned. Right now I'm going to be talking about one specific part of Mount Vale that I just thought was so cool on its own that I just had to include it. It's right over here, and it is this nature hike. It's the Mount Vale Nature Preserve that I have over in this direction. I thought this was just one of the coolest parts of my entire Mount Vale build. So cool. Literally, I had to make it number 10. So we have the Mount Vale Nature Preserve hiking trails. It took me forever to build. So I have a gravel path leading through the whole thing. Trail hours, open sunrise to sunset. That is mainly to keep the creepers and zombies out from wrecking the beautiful nature trail that I have designed through here. So yeah, we have some trail maps over here. So if you don't want to get lost, you can be sure to take those. But let's take a quick walk through here. This is from way early on in my SMP series, Lake Mountville. Nice view of the skyscraper from here. I just wanted to feel like really rugged, so like that's why like you're like really kind of walking through here, and it's like hard, and it's just like very very just rustic. I don't know how else to describe it. Hopefully you get the idea here. So we've got a branch off here. I named a trail for each of the members on the server, or I named a lake for each of the members on the server on this trail, so we see many of them. Park entrance back that way, but for now we're going to head this way to Six Lake Trail. We have Horseshoe Lake. That wasn't named by anybody. Ooh, an ocelot. I always see them around here, and that is the one thing I never did in this. I never tamed one of them. Oh man. Shout out to Good Times with Minecraft right now. I'm sure he's going crazy looking at this. Oh man, I can't do it. I just can't. I can't tame him. I mean, we're just revisiting this world. We're not picking it back up again. We have Lake Mountville again over here, and then we have this nice little path. Yes, I am going to take you down this whole trail. It's not very long, but I just think it's really cool, and that's the point of showing this build, is to show off the trail. So we have another view of Horseshoe Lake here. It is shaped like a horseshoe, in case you were wondering. We'll be able to see that a little bit later. Nice view of the library from there. Let's head off this way. See, you get the idea, like you're being like pulled by vines as you go up and stuff, and it's just like it's really rugged and it's really hard to navigate through. Lake Ingle, there's my lake there, and let's go back this way. We have a little bit of a branch off, so Lake Durham right there, and then we have Fort Durham Scenic Overview. You guys will remember Fort Durham from earlier in this 500 subscriber special, where I showed Fort Durham as one of my top 10 favorite builds by my friends. So here it is, Fort Durham Scenic Overview, right? It looks pretty great from this angle, I must admit. Really nice. You could just stop here and relax and just enjoy yourself. So cool. So yeah, let's head back this way. We've got a little more of the trail to explore. Okay, coming around this corner here. Feels like we're on a safari, right? Pretty cool. So, we've got another little lake. Where am I going here? Awesome, heading up. A little bit of elevation change. And head down here. You come out, ta-da, another lake. So this is Lake Dirksen. And we've got some mushrooms growing here in the dark. Almost through this nature trail. This is just so fun. I get a kick out of watching this every time. Hello, Ocelot. Hello. You're over here now, huh? I don't have any fish for you, I'm sorry. No fish. Wow, it is just going crazy with the rain here. It's okay. Makes it more fun, right? Okay, so we're back here. Horseshoe Lake is off to the left. We'll see that in a moment. Off here to the right, we have Covered Lake. Oh, hello. You want to be friends? There, if you'll notice, there's water underneath here, and it was just completely natural like this. I was like, it's a lake, but it's covered in trees. That's hilarious. So I made that a nice little lake as well. I'm a big fan, if you haven't been able to tell so far from my videos, I'm a big fan of, oh, here, Horseshoe Lake. Yeah, pretty cool. I'm a big fan of going with the lay of the land. Like, I don't like to do too much construction and like flatten out a giant area if it's not really necessary. Like this trail right here, like it goes up. I didn't want to make like a trail that goes all the way just like flat and cuts through the trees and such. I wanted to make it just easy to not really disturb the land or the landscape at all. So yeah, we've got here another park entrance that way, Lake Silvera, another little branch. Head off this way. This is the largest lake. It was named after our server admin, who is also known as Caleb B420. You'll remember him from some of my other videos. And there you can see the giant road, just briefly, right over there. Our giant long road. So yeah, that's the nature trail. Head back into the park entrance here, if I can. It's so difficult. Let me know what you guys think of this, because to me it was one of the funnest things that I ever made, and the other guys on the server, they really liked it too. They enjoyed coming over here, thought it was really cool, had a nice feel to it. It was a nice little attraction that we had on our server. So check out those episodes from Season 1 of my SMP if you want to. See a little bit more of that, and we'll come back to this later. Alright, so on to number 9. Alright, so coming in at number 9, we have my X-Wing. That's right. This is a fully flyable X-Wing as well, built with the Archimedes ships mod. This is from my modded Minecraft series. I did like a whole episode on this, so if you want to see more in detail, just go ahead and check that episode out. But yeah, we've got a cockpit, it actually flies. We've got a little faux R2-D2 back here, pretty cool. Yeah, just an epic build. It's not like to scale or anything, but I really like how it looks. I like it from every angle. It's really cool. It's really fun. And yeah, you can fly it. I mean, what more can you ask for, right? You hop into the cockpit here and assemble the ship, mount the ship, and then go out a level, and we're flying. Right? Pretty cool. You can turn it, bank it. So sweet. And there we go. There's another awesome profile right there. So yeah, this is the X-Wing. Pretty cool. I love it. All right, on to the next one. Alright, so for number 8, we are here at Megadamus. We are approaching the Kingdom of Wintersfall. This right here is technically an unfinished build, but this portion right here of this build, the one thing I did get built, I just love so much, it had to make this list. This is from that server. If you have watched those videos, which I think it's season 3 or 2 of the SMP series, go ahead and check out my channel. You'll get the playlist for all those. There's been so many, it's hard to keep track. But I've got this little outpost type thing built, this little tower. Meant to be like the main guardian way of the kingdom, just it's the gateway into everything. It's Wintersfall because it's right here on the edge of this snow biome. And there's another biome over here, plains, and there's some forest over here, and then this mountain biome here. And you'll see there's this wall right here, this cobblestone wall, goes all the way back there. And then over to this side, it goes all the way back over here and continues along. So that is it's just a giant area back there that I have many plans for, to make like a giant castle within there and little surf huts and everything for the villagers and everything. But right over here is like the main vanguard of the kingdom. It's where everything kind of comes to a head. There's a natural river around this whole kingdom, and right over here is that central point. I even put in at the bottom of this river, I even put in a little moat. So down in here, we can kind of zoom through this way. This is all natural. I just widened it a little bit so you could get a boat through here. And that kind of continues on. So let's look inside. Check this out. I really liked the aesthetic look of some of these blocks that were introduced in Minecraft, and so I wanted to go for it. And so I really like the floor here, right? This is the first floor. Down below there's like a mine, and you can go mining and stuff. But right here I use the cracked stone and the cracked stone, moss bricks, and what have you. Yeah, that's pretty much it in this first floor. Going up to the second floor, we have another design. These are meant to be like storage places, right? So like we'll have like armory in here, so you can have suits of armor and materials and weapons and everything. And in here it's a little bit bigger. It's like the main floor. There could be even like a little place for the king to hang out, a little throne or something. I don't know. Just had some thoughts. And then if you go all the way up here onto the top, you are able to look out and see the kingdom. So you can hop up here. You can see the road that it's mostly snowed over right now, but it comes along this way, and yep, goes over there. So you can kind of see who's coming into the kingdom and shoot arrows off if they're enemies, or welcome them if they're friends. So yeah, that's it. That is the tower in the Kingdom of Wintersfall. Alright, ready for the next one? Here we go. Alright, so number 7, we are here in Mount Vale in Cold Mountain Springs, and I did tease this a little bit in the last countdown, but we're here at the gingle87 Mining Company, Cold Mountain Springs branch office. So yeah, you might be thinking, really? That doesn't look like much, because it really isn't from the outside. But one thing is, this building, you'll notice, is built right into the side of this mountain. So I have a hunch that there's something inside here, something that goes much further back. So it's a mining company, right? So wouldn't it make sense if this mining company had maybe a vault for all of their riches to be stored? Yes. So we have the entryway here. There's like this flowing waterfall enclosed by glass. Pretty cool. I liked that idea. We have a little stairway here with a hidden chest underneath that we can get to. Vault access, second floor. Oh, we'll go there in a moment, but let's go into the office first of all. So here we have a desk with a chair. And we've got some lighting in here, a little bed, a little place to kind of chill. And this is a piece of glowstone. It's meant to be like suspended, like it was this rare mineral that the mining company found and they didn't know what to do with it, but it glows. So they put it in here in suspended animation and behind this glass. I don't know. Cool little story, cool little ways to kind of give life to these builds. I came up with similar ideas for a lot of my builds, you'll probably notice. So there we go, they've got that water. And then here's the vault. So we go back in here, and now we're like inside the mountain, right? So this is pretty cool. It's a combination lock. I do have a tutorial video explaining how to wire this, so maybe you guys have seen that already. If not, go ahead and check it out if you're curious how to make this work. But this is the doorway, right? And we can't get through except for the fact that I just did that. And I got that on camera. Just for you guys, right? Just for you guys. So unless you're in creative mode, you can't really get through, or unless you just, shh, don't tell, but you could just mine through it. But that's not any fun, right? That defeats the spirit of it. So this is a vault. If you hit different levers, different things happen, but if you don't have the right combination, nothing happens, right? So the right combination is 2, and you can modify this yourself as well. 6 and 8, those are the 3 numbers I chose, and there we go. So it lets us through, and we go back here, and it's like, oh, what is this? Oh, it looks like a mine shaft. This is not natural. I did build this. I just kind of copied the mine shaft design. If we head over here, oh, that's so weird. I had a mine cart right there, so I don't know what happened there, but it was like a little mine cart with a chest in it, like you find in a mine shaft. Then you come around this side, and we enter the vault. Oh, yeah. This is where Cold Mountain Springs office has their vault for all of their riches of the gingle87 Mining Company. Very cool, right? I just love the idea behind this and just like the creativity and the fun that I had doing this. It's got these like giant beams holding it up. Like it just felt like a natural extension of this old west town to have this like vault in the back with all these gems and riches. So yeah, that's it. That's the vault idea from Cold Mountain Springs branch office of my mining company. Hopefully you guys liked that. Let's go ahead and check out the next one on the countdown. Ready for it? Alright, stay tuned. Alright, so for number 6, we are back in Midrandia from Season 2 of my modded series. We've got a perfect setting over here. There's a volcano. On the other side, there's a pirate ship. And right over here, we've got a village. So this little seaside village is overall, I guess, number 6. But there's one specific thing in here that really is number 6 on this that I just love. It's super cool. If you've seen this series, you know what it is, I'm sure. But stay tuned. Take a fresh look at it right now. So this village, in case you don't know, it kind of spawned in randomly, like in the middle of this water. Like the game didn't really know what to do with itself in this biome. So you had like buildings over there sticking out of water. You had like random agriculture going on. It even went into the side of this mountain over here. It was just like really weird. This house actually was like part of this little, I don't know what you would call it, formation. But I said, you know what, I like this. I'm going to actually make a village out of it, make it hospitable for the villagers. Because if they left their house, they would just fall into the water and just be all over the place. So I really like keeping villagers and such safe, so I decided to put these like fences up here using carpenter's blocks. I've got a little exit over here if I want to go explore that roguelike dungeon over there. But overall, I just kind of kept it with the lay of the land and kept things nice and cool here. Pretty much, I mean, you can look at my episode if you want to see a little more in detail here. This stone here is Brownstone Road. So when you go on it, you actually go faster. So you'll notice I get a little speed boost here. Woo! Yeah, so pretty cool. A nice little touch, you know, nothing too crazy. We got our smeltery in the middle, and we've got this bamboo pathway up here into the Undertaker's house, which is another thing from the gravestone mod, so that's very cool. Right over here, we've got this little agricultural place. There's only one place where villagers can really fall from, and it's like right here, so they wouldn't really die, so they're pretty safe. Up here I've got another nice little path that leads me on here, and down into the back to this little hut that was over here as well. Really weird, but you know, I went with it. But the actual really cool thing in this build I want to show you guys is right here. So this little cube spawned in underneath this Undertaker's house, and I don't really know what it was, why it was here, what it was supposed to be, but it was like solid inside, and I thought, you know what, that looks like a cool basement or something. I noticed it was right on top, or right underneath these graves with the soul sand and everything, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna run with this. So it gave me an inspiration. So I decided to go ahead, and I didn't build this house, by the way, just to be clear. This is part of the gravestone mod. All this stuff is actually randomly generated, randomly/naturally generated in the game. But I decided to make this little trapdoor system here. You can walk down, and you've got like smoldering stuff coming up, and you've got, there it is. It's a really creepy crypt down here. Pretty cool, right? It's like ash block and carpenter's ladder with ash block, and there's like, you know, skeletons and skulls and bones everywhere. Really cool. And this right here is a thunderstone. So when you walk over, it actually changes the weather to rain, and actually I think it's even specifically storm. Let's see if we can there it goes. Hear the rain. You can see the rain out there. It got dark. We'll probably hear some thunder soon at some point. But yeah, we've got all these skull candles here. We've got everything. I just wanted to make this look as creepy as possible. And if all this wasn't enough, we've got this little chest here. Oh, what's inside? Bats. So yeah, when you open that, the place fills with bats. It's pretty creepy, pretty cool. That's pretty much it, though. Check out, I think it's episode 26, for a little bit more specifics of what this guy looks like. Got a little bit of thunder there, so yeah, see it in action in that series. So there's number 6. Let's go ahead and head into the top 5 now. You guys ready? Here it comes.